How are you?
I'm doing great, Neil. I hope you are too.
Absolutely. And our topic today, and we're going to introduce something that's really important. It's going to be an interactive lesson for our listeners and viewers out there. Uncovering your potential retirement tax bill in 3 easy steps. Uh, Basically, did you know what your tax bill could look like in retirement? You might be shocked. And today we'll show you how to uncover it in just 3 steps using a simple calculator right on Alan's website. Fantastic, Alan. Why are retirement taxes such a hidden trap for most Americans?
Well, I've been doing this, Neil, for a decade and a half now, and people are misinformed. They've been inundated by the propaganda of Wall Street and fee-based advisors that the 401k or a stock portfolio is the only way to save for retirement. Very few people understand about the fees and taxes in retirement. In fact, 58% of the people don't even think there's a fee on their 401k. A 1% fee over a 30-year period, Neil, will reduce your income by one third. The average fee in a 401k, and this is by Forbes magazine and Lap Times, is over 2.99%. People have less than half of their money, and then they get hit with taxes that are anywhere from 20 to over 55%. I ask people, why do you contribute to a 401k? Well, it's a tax deduction. I said, no, it's a tax compound. And I said, we've got over a $37 trillion deficit right now. And I think our unfunded liabilities is almost 200 trillion. And if you don't think taxes are going up, I got mountain land in Florida to sell you. But there's many things that can be done. I've got tax-free retirement strategies that will eliminate the taxes that in your retirement. And it's tax code approved. And it also eliminates or mitigates the risk in retirement that a stock portfolio only compounds, such as sequence returns risk. The number one fear in retirement is running out of money before you run out of life. 401ks only last 5 to 7 years. They don't protect you from long-term care, and I can protect you from that. I can protect you from market risk, tax risk, uh, for pennies on the dollar, mitigate long-term care risk, possibly eliminated longevity risk, which is a risk multiplier, protect you from lawsuits, liens, and judgments, protect you from the taxation of Social Security and the means testing for Medicare Part B, which will be in the thousands per year. And people have no idea about any of this, Neil.
No, they don't. Absolutely. That's for sure. On that, and it's something like, are you really kidding me? When it comes to that, for sure. What are 3 easy steps you recommend for uncovering someone's potential retirement tax bill?
Well, the first thing with my calculator, you can calculate and then evaluate yourself, but then act. Give me a call. In fact, I just got two uh, emails this morning wanting people had used the calculator and wanting me to help them. But calculate, evaluate, and then act.
That's key because if you don't, and that's why we're going to go ahead now. Can you walk us through how listeners can use the retirement tax calculator on your website? So we're going to go ahead and share screen right now. We go to the
Okay.
website and we'll just share screen and show you the process. We'll go right here. You're right here. You'll basically see this. You click the report now. It takes you right here. And Alan, how do we go through this?
It's very simple. You enter your current age. Go put somebody in there that's 60.
Yeah, I'll put 60 years old.
All
Okay.
right. Now put $500,000 in a 401k
All right. All right.
and put their average tax rate at 20.
Okay.
Because remember, you have to pay state taxes also,
Uh-huh.
unless you're in a state that doesn't.
And then hit
I'll
it.
tell you what, just don't know. Just use the default 25%.
Okay.
That's
Okay. And
and
click
then
it.
hit in your final step. Of course, you put your put yours in there, Neil.
Okay, I will. I'll put everyone knows my email, neilhaley@neilhaley.com. Now we'll see the funnel, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And everyone knows my number because it's listed. So there you go. You get everything and it doesn't matter. Everyone has my number and my email. Wow. Okay. So total potential taxes existing 538,155, total potential taxes without adjustments, 125,000. Potential tax difference between the approaches. So explain what that means, Alan.
Well, it depends on what financial vehicles you put them in. You've got to be educated on what to do here. And the vast majority, to include CPAs, financial planners, and attorneys, have no idea about this. But when you can call me up and I can show you how this is done. But this is just, think of people that are in the higher tax bracket, they're 40 to 50% by the time they get their federal and state. It's absolutely huge. And they have millions of dollars in their 401k. But even the guy that's only got $100,000 in his 401k and he's at 10%, that's $10,000. But what I want to show people is how to have a tax-free retirement with guaranteed income that will last for the rest of your life, to protect your family. I mean, there's just so many things out there, Neil, that people do not understand. And this is just a simple calculator that I want to get the attention of people, because they have no idea about what's about to approach them when it comes to retirement. They're not prepared for it. I find that people spend more time planning their summer vacation than they do their retirement. And they don't even plan for long-term care. And I've gone over this many, many times. Long-term care right now, Neil, costs between $50,000 to $200,000 a year, and it goes up by 6% every year. And they're not prepared. I'm not going to need long-term care. Well, I got news for you. 70% of all Americans are going to need long-term care at some point in their life. Now, I'm 72, and a couple of years ago, I had to put my brother, who's 3 years older than me, in a nursing home. That's one of the worst things anybody can ever do. There's arguments, there's hurt feelings. But the state patrol called his daughter up, said, we got your dad here at the station. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's very confused. We caught him going down the interstate in the wrong direction against traffic. He's got Alzheimer's.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
I mean, but here's the thing, Neil. When people with long-term care, the caregiver is the one that hurts the most, because most people, they have dementia, Alzheimer's, or Parkinson's, or something like that. They don't even know what's going on half the time. And they just sit there and rot away and take all your money for retirement. The big thing, it's called Medicaid spin down. And I don't care if you got $1 million or $2 million in your portfolio. What the government's going to do, they're going to come in and confiscate that money and take that money to pay for the care of the person that's receiving the long-term care. And the spouse is left with one car, one house, I think approximately $137,000, and a small subsistence allowance. And they're not prepared for it. They have no idea about it.
Once someone has their estimate from the calculator, which we just showed on the podcast, what should they evaluate in their retirement plan?
Well, they need to figure those taxes in there, because if they don't, first off, they don't know what they're not prepared for it. And when they see that, they're going to crap. I hate to say that, but give me a call, because I can show you how to possibly mitigate it or eliminate it.
So those taxes are pretty huge, Alan, for after retirement. It's taking how much of a portion of your retirement fund after you pay taxes?
Well, in some cases, it can take over 75% between the fees and the taxes.
Unreal.
But, I got tax strategies. One of my latest clients, I got almost $2.2 million. I got over $2.2 million in taxes he paid for the last 3 years through a tax strategy that I did. There's other tax strategies I do that I can pay the taxes and possibly pay the penalty. If you take it out before 59 and a half, there's a 10% penalty. And I can pay all those off using tax strategies that my team and I know about.
What are some of the most effective actions people can take today to reduce or eliminate those future retirement taxes?
Well, first off, they need to change their I'm not against a stock portfolio, don't get me wrong there, but they need to change their retirement plan. Insurance companies, in my estimation, an educated advisor have the same feeling. They have the greatest IRS, I can't say IRS, I got in trouble for that, tax code approved, tax-free retirement system available today, bar none, that will eliminate or mitigate all the risk in retirement that I've gone over before: sequence of returns risk, the number one fear in retirement, Social Security taxation, means testing, Medicare Part B, avoids probate. The list goes on and on. and it gives you guaranteed income, not something that's going to run out. See, Neil, this is what kills me also. They used to say a 4% distribution rate would last for 30 years, indexed for inflation at 3 years at 3%. Well, my retirement plans are guaranteed to age 120. They're guaranteed for your life, and they also protect your family with tax-free money. And this is all done through IRA code 7702 and 70E, which has been around for decades. And the wealthy in the banking institutions have known about these insurance products for years, but it wasn't until the late 1980s that the government put a limit on it. Because when you buy, I asked people, I said, would you rather spend $1,000 a year in insurance for a $500,000 death benefit or a $10,000 a year? Well, I want $1,000 because it's cheaper. I said, well, that's great, but if you can afford it, I would do the 10,000. The reason being that $1,000 that's set by the actuaries of the insurance company. All you get is term insurance, and if you live one day past life expectancy, there's no money in cash. In term insurance. But if you have that term life insurance policy up until life expectancy, you're going to have just about the same amount of money in that term insurance as you do in a cash value life insurance, whether it's whole life or index universal life. And if it's cash value, that death benefit now may be $1.5 million, and you can have $800,000 or $900,000 in a tax-free bucket of money that you can supplement your retirement with. That does all those benefits that I just mentioned. And people don't know this, but up until the late 1980s, the wealthy in the banking institutions would put millions of dollars for a $500,000 death benefit, as an example. They don't need that, but all that money, Neil, was growing tax deferred, and distributions were all tax free. And the government finally said, well, we can't have this anymore. We're losing too much revenue.
Got it. So it's really interesting, Alan. The final thing is people go to strategicwealthstrategies.com/retirement tax calculator and retirement tax calculator. And guess what? They're going to be able to plug in that information, and it's going to be in the description in the show notes. And people are going to be able to go click that calculator and do exactly what we did on the show today.
Absolutely. It's not complicated, guys. Just give me a call, 910-551-1046. I look forward to helping everybody out.
Or strategicwealthstrategies.com, or email him at strategicwealth0@gmail.com. And you don't charge for your consultations.
No, I do not. It's all about education, Neil, and everybody needs it.